let's take a look at our top selections.
Race 9 on Saturday at Santa Anita is the Grade 1 Frank E. Kilroe Mile, 1 mile on turf for older turf milers, and a very competitive field of 10. Who are the top turf milers in the country right now? Well, late last year, it was Mo Forza, who won the City of Hope Mile during the fall Oak Tree Meet and was on his way to the Breeders' Cup Mile as one of the favorites. But he sustained some type of injury and he has completely disappeared. No workouts since fall for Mo Forza. They still do expect him back at some point this season, but he has disappeared for now. Ivar, he won the Shadwell at Keeneland last fall, finished a creditable 4th in the Breeders' Cup Mile, and he recently resumed a workout pattern in Kentucky. I think Kentucky. He recently resumed a workout pattern at very least. So Ivar likely pointed for a comeback sometime this spring. The filly, Charmaine's Mia, she won the Grade 2 Buena Vista for Filly Mare Turf Milers right here at Santa Anita in 1:33.4. So if you're talking top turf milers, you might as well throw Charmaine's Mia's name into the mix. She is very, very good, and she carried her speed 2 turns with that 1:33.4 mile. So we are left with a field of 10, and who is going to step up on Saturday? Maybe somebody already has, and we'll talk about him in a minute. Let's first look at the field. Race number 9 on Saturday, a field of 10, the Grade 1 Frank Kilroe Mile. The purse is $400,000, and frankly, a wide open field. I honestly do not see the favorite at anything less than 3-1, and I'm not even sure who the favorite will be. It might be Smooth Like Straight, could be Hit the Road, could be one of the shippers, Flavius, trained by Chad Brown, Casa Creed, Ride a Comet. So there are a lot of ways to go in this field. This is arguably the deepest race in the pick 6 sequence. It's the 4th leg of the sequence, and you're going to have to spend some money to get through this race, to survive this race and go on to the big cap and the finale. So that's the field of 10. Let's talk about one of the more accomplished turf horses in California, but he is accomplished against his own age group, specifically, exclusively. That's number 1, Smooth Like Straight, who has won 6 of his 11 turf starts. And he was a multiple graded stakes winner last year against 3-year-olds. He also was a very good 2-year-old as well. In fact, he won the Grade 3 Cecil B. DeMille in late 2019. The thing about Smooth Like Straight is this: he has never faced older horses. Now, that doesn't mean he can't or he won't. It just means that the competition that Smooth Like Straight has been running against has been restricted. The pool of horses has been limited by the age restriction. So now Smooth Like Straight is facing older company, no restrictions regarding age, and some very good older horses will be taking on Smooth Like Straight, or maybe I should say Smooth Like Straight will be taking on good older horses. Let's go ahead and take a look at the most recent start by Smooth Like Straight. And I'm not convinced that this was really the best race of his career. He actually earned the best number of his career, but he only won by a half length over Storm the Court. And this race was kind of a relatively slow pace affair in which the front runners dominated. So it's a grass race, so you really can't always look at margin of victory and say, well, he should have won by more. Grass races typically are bunched up at the wire. He won the race, Smooth Like Straight did. His 6th win on grass, 6th win overall. And we're going to find out more about the class of Smooth Like Straight when he faces a good group of older horses on Saturday in the Kilroe, his first try against older. Okay, a shipper coming in for trainer Chad Brown. Over the last 5 years, except not even including the Breeders' Cup, no Breeders' Cup races, Brown has shipped 33 runners to California for Grade 1 races on turf. He has won 11 of those. So when Brown shows up for a Grade 1 turf race in California, you know that he is live. And that does not even include his Breeders' Cup starters. So he is shipping number 6 Flavius to Santa Anita. Now, we haven't seen Flavius since fall in the Grade 2 Seabiscuit down at Del Mar. He did not win this race, but he ran a winning race. Let's roll the tape on the Seabiscuit, and you'll see Flavius in the Juddmonte colors, and he will be That's Flavius right there. And on the far outside is Count Again. Right here, Flavius has to win, doesn't he? He makes the lead in deep stretch, but Count Again delivered an unbelievable late rally and collared Flavius in the shadow of the wire and actually won rather convincingly. That was the most recent start for Flavius. He's been off since late November. He's coming in fresh. Not a problem. He should fire on numbers. He is actually one of the contenders in this race. He doesn't win very often, and his biggest win in the U.S. was in a non-graded stakes race, the $700,000 Tourist Mile. So I think he still has a question to answer with regards to class, but he is fast on numbers. As far as the horse that defeated him, that was Count Again. Count Again would come back in and run in the San Gabriel in early January, and his jockey Juan Hernandez thought he took a funny step at about the quarter pole, and he basically pulled him up, and Count Again finished 7th by more than 20 lengths. That was also a Lasix off effort by Count Again, or maybe I should say non-effort. So Count Again is back in his first start since being pulled up, and we know that he is good enough to defeat Flavius if he fires. I'm just not sure if Count Again will be as effective running without Lasix as he does with Lasix. Okay, let's talk about a very good shipper returning to California for the first time since 2019 when he won the Del Mar Derby, and that's number 9, Ride a Comet. Ride a Comet has a 4-race winning streak coming into the Kilroe. He won the Del Mar Derby in 2019, did not start again until fall of 2020, and he's won his last 3 starts in 2020, 4 in a row, including his most recent start, which was in the Grade 3 Tropical Turf down in Florida. And let's take a look at the stretch run of the Tropical Turf, and Ride a Comet out finishing Casa Creed in this race. Ride a Comet, once again, we talk about speed figures, pace analysis. You also have to recognize that some horses just want to win, and Ride a Comet definitely wants to win. He's up to nail Casa Creed in deep stretch. Ride a Comet has started 13 times. He has won 8 of those races. He's breaking from post number 9, not a great post position at a mile on grass at Santa Anita. It's not a deal breaker either. And Ride a Comet, you have to respect a horse that wins as often as Ride a Comet does. He's facing tougher. He goes from Grade 3 to Grade 1, but that applies to everybody, including the horse that I like. And it's not a real creative selection because it's based primarily on his most recent start, and I'm referring to number 2, Hit the Road. Hit the Road last time out in the Grade 3 Thunder Road. This was a stretch run that was absolutely dazzling. Let's take a look at the stretch of the Thunder Road. This was Hit the Road's first start since last summer. He got a great trip, sitting 3rd behind the speed. He swung to the outside. He ran his final quarter mile in 22.90 and left his rivals in his wake. Bob and Jackie finished 2nd, Bordertown 3rd. Maybe no superstars behind him, but when you see a turf horse turn on the afterburners like Hit the Road did and run his final quarter in 22.90 and get a mile in 33-1, well, you better believe that he is a contender stepping up in class from Grade 3 to Grade 1. It's a tough hike for a good horse. Talked to his trainer, Dan Blacker, briefly this week, and he said that even though Hit the Road won in 33-1, Blacker said that Hit the Road did not lose 1 single pound. Usually a tough, taxing comeback, a horse will pay the price, lose a little bit of weight, takes him a while to build back up. Blacker said that Hit the Road, it was no big deal. He has trained forwardly since then. He should run 2 alike, should in air quotes, and if he does, Hit the Road can win the Grade 1 Kilroe Mile. He's my top selection, but as I said earlier, there are a lot of ways to go in this field. The only throwout in the race, if you ask me, is number 10, Flying Scotsman. And I probably shouldn't even say that because apparently they are gung-ho on getting the lead. But if they can take the lead from the outside post and race gate to wire off a kind of a bogus allowance win last time out, then Flying Scotsman is a better horse than we are handicappers. Flying Scotsman's the only throwout in the race. In my opinion, that leaves only 9 others to wade through. My top selection is number 2, Hit the Road. 133 and change will get the money in the Kilroe Mile. Race number 9, Saturday at Santa Anita.